Welcome to the zone where geeks collide, where comics and heroes come alive. Marvel, DC, Starfleet in the mix. Lightsabers flash, we're nerding out quick. A Rican's the name of the show. Dive into the worlds you already know. From the big screens to the comic store. Super stories and so much more.
What's up, you know the Ricans out there, and guess what? He's back! And Mon Capitan himself.
Sorry,
That's
no
right,
snow
Lou.
tires.
So, as always, with my spawn of Satan here. And I'm Mo Satan. Welcome to Know Ricans.
And I'm Wheels of Nerder Wheelchair.
I was gonna say something else.
I don't know. Nerder Rican Wheel of Fortune. Go for it.
I know it's been a while.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Gotta get back into the.
So I didn't have snow tires. That's like I haven't been here because of the snow.
Well, as our GoFundMe didn't get us that much, but we had a lovely breakfast with it.
Well, the GoFundMe gave us $2, but then we had to pay $3 for the fee.
Yeah.
Oh, it's true.
Damn.
Yeah, we're in the negative.
All right.
So we're in the negative.
So we owe them $1.
Mm-hmm. So this week, as promised to our Capitan over here, we're going to do Star Wars
Yes.
talk. All right?
Yes.
So,
Yes. Starting off with the Mandalorian Grogu,
mhm.
which I believe, Mo, it's not going to be that good.
I'm still,
I
you
think
know,
it's going to
like,
be one long
what?
episode of a TV show.
I mean, technically, that's what a lot of movies that are connected to shows are.
Yeah, but
Just one
this
long
one,
episode.
I don't know. It's not getting the hype that it should.
It's probably
And
because-
maybe that's on purpose, too.
No,
Yeah.
I think
It
it's
could be on
because
purpose.
what's his name? Pedro didn't show his face that much in the show, so a lot of people were like, I don't want to go pay to see a movie where you don't see his face. I don't care about his face. I care about his body.
Well,
I'm going to objectify him.
I
so.
just learned Pedro Pascal is.
And?
Yeah, I didn't know.
He has a sister who's trans.
Yeah.
He
That I knew.
stands for the dolls. He's always represented as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
I don't know if he is. I think he probably.
He probably dabbles in it. Yeah.
But
Not that I mind. He's
again,
still a great
speculation.
actor. Still
Exactly.
a beautiful actor.
Dabble.
Gorgeous. We love him.
Like,
You would go for him if he was.
Oh yeah. He's-
So what?
and I would
Easily.
kick him out of the side. I would rewire his chair to go the
Oh my God,
opposite way.
Pedro, you're about to have my parents have a divorce.
I'm sorry. We fighting for you. That's
Yeah,
all there
yeah,
is
that's
to
it.
it.
Wait,
That's
you're
it.
fighting for Pedro against?
Yeah,
Oh wait, you're duking it out for him? Oh no.
Yeah, and
I
I'll
can
just
have
keep
a
it
third-
elbows only,
I-
just to make it
Look,
even.
I'm okay with having a third dad. I just wanna know.
Yeah, we could. I don't know
Pedro
about.
Pascal is a hell of an actor. I think.
Hell yeah.
In my
Yeah.
opinion, no matter what he is, still the man to me.
Yeah.
And that's all.
But then there's Grogu.
Yeah.
Grogu. I mean, it's not.
They might
the show
change his
without
name. I
him.
heard.
Huh?
They might change his name to Grogita.
Groguita.
What if Grogu actually was like a girl we didn't know? Like,
Could be.
We
what
still
if
don't
Yoda's
know.
a girl?
We don't know as far as that species is concerned.
What he-
Male, female, or
yeah.
both.
What if they're they're
Both.
gender neutral? They don't have any
You
gender.
know, one day throughout the movie, here,
But
and then all of a sudden there's a baby.
I'm hearing also that I've seen that they're saying Yoda's offspring,
Mm-hmm.
as mentioned as Grogu. I don't remember Yoda having a kid.
I don't even hear in the music.
Google
Let's get
it.
it on when it came to Yoda itself.
Yeah.
But then
I
he
don't even
uses
know
the
if there's-
Force, you know.
We didn't even know what Yoda was or where he came. Like, as far as I know, there's no real backstory of his culture, his people, where they came from, how he came to be. Like,
That's becoming the most
if-
mysterious character in Star Wars.
But the one that actually in his species are very strong with
yeah,
the Force.
Yeah.
what Abeloth is to the dark side. What if he's like a creator? Like, you know, because we were just talking about that in the comics.
Mm-hmm.
That character is something that I would love to see brought over into actual canon and whatnot. She's like a dark creature,
Yeah.
and that messed around with the Force. She bathed in the pool of knowledge or whatever, and then that's how she absorbed her powers. But she was strictly for like the dark side, and was cautioned off, and is like literally in like almost like a black hole. Like she cannot get out. She can possess people, but she can't leave that
But it's
area.
not canon.
It's not canon,
Yeah.
but I think it should be. Yeah.
Should. It's a great
But
idea.
what if they did?
It's a
Yoda
fantastic
Yoda
idea.
could be what is to the dark side.
For the, yeah.
You know what I meant.
Yeah, somewhere in that realm.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I think that would be awesome if they made that into canon.
So, Star Wars, I'll write for you. I don't really like you, but I'll write for you. I don't have to like you to write. Money is money. All right.
You're hurting my feelings.
Okay, I've said it before. I wouldn't even choose Star Trek if given the chance either. I love Star Trek.
Good.
I'm choosing Farscape.
Yes. Oh my God,
Farscape will always be better than both of those put together. Because I love
I'm
both.
not sure about that, but Farscape was that and Stargate were great.
I would still choose Farscape over Stargate. As much as I love
I
Stargate.
remember that Amazon Prime
He's doing a Stargate show.
is doing another Stargate show. They've already announced that it's going to
The
happen.
same crew and the creators from the original. Yeah.
Oh, that's like they brought the band back
But
together.
they're
and said,
older. Tilk is older.
Well, we don't
No,
know
no.
if it's going to be the cast of the original.
right.
We know it's a Stargate series, and the creators from Stargate are working on it.
Yeah,
Okay.
the actual creators from the first one that done all the others, they're the ones who are
creative team.
bringing back that team is going to create a new Stargate.
The
show.
Star Trifecta: Stargate, Star Wars, Star Trek. You either like all three or you only like two.
And I already know, as far as one character is concerned, or one actor is concerned, he's already done 2 out of the 3 trifecta, which is Star Trek, which is Robert Picardo on Voyager and now on Starfleet Academy.
Yeah.
And he also did Stargate Atlantis.
Yeah.
Did he do? Well, I know Ben Browder has also done Stargate, and he was in.
Farscape.
Yeah, but he was in Star. He was in one of the other ones too, I think. It's like a background character. Oh no, he was in Marvel. I'm confusing it. He was in Marvel. He was in the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was confusing.
I was holding my
second.
breath on that. I was like, really? I didn't see that? Hello. So yeah, it's that's the one actor I know that haven't done a third one yet, but I can see it happening because he's already like planted himself as was it the IOA for Atlantis, and then taking over Atlantis expedition, and then of course
Woolsey,
being the
right?
doctor, yeah, Woolsey.
Yeah.
His full name is
Did
Robert
you not like
Woolsey,
this boy?
or Richard Woolsey or something like that.
Still, well, okay, Dick Woolsey. Either way, it don't sound right. That's just not
Poor
natural.
last name.
Dick.
I love that character though. He was a jerk, but then he got better as
He was a dick.
we love you.
But I not to change the subject. The Star Trek
Mm-hmm.
Academy.
Mm-hmm.
I like the latest episode I saw
Mm-hmm.
was the one where
Okay. I know about this.
with the
Yeah.
emissary.
Yes.
And is that guy the real guy? I mean, from Deep Space Nine, the kid.
Yes, that's him as an adult.
Wow.
I mean, he's
He's
we're talking
older.
about it in so much years later after the. He's an adult, and he wrote the arts to his father.
Yes.
So, got it, and
Dax. Got it.
We were talking about canon differences in Star Trek, right? He's lived for a very long time, and Spock living a long time, all that very human in Star Trek because 150. Because I pointed out McCoy died in like his 170s or whatever. Like,
Yeah, because
Exactly.
heart transplant.
But yeah, so like we know technically Spock died young. Vulcans lived to like almost maybe 300 at the oldest, maybe pushing 350. So like yeah, so ages that
well,
would make sense.
you know who would be alive if
Who?
they go by the books? Shatner.
There's a comic book right now that IDW is working on. I forgot what
Mhm.
it's called, where they resurrect Kirk and he is with the after effects of the burn. So I don't know
Well,
time framing wise
it-
if it takes place at the 800 years
in the trilogy,
before or at the time that they're in right now.
in the trilogy that I read,
it's
The
only
Borg.
one book.
the board. Yeah, but it's a trilogy.
No, that trilogy didn't involve Kirk. Book. Excuse me, Shatner wrote that book. It was
What's the
called,
difference at this
It was
point?
called Star Trek: The Return, and that one featured the Borg bringing back
Yes.
Kirk. And they actually went to the planet, and they actually then gave him nanobots, and the nanobots healed him from his injuries.
Yes.
And then he came back, but he wasn't in his right mind.
No.
He
But-
wasn't a drone, but he was not because he took on in a battle and,
Yeah, I
and
read that
almost
book,
killed
yeah.
him. Like, oh, damn. But eventually, because Spock,
Here you go.
and then they would return. That's when they faced the Borg again, and then of course, as usual,
So Spock
Kirk.
saved him.
No, Kirk wound up saving it. He pulled a move like he usually does, and sacrifices himself. What it looks like.
No, at the third book, he's still around.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He's still around, but think of it. So you're talking about Star Trek Generations. If he's still around, if you want to keep it canon, he's already around. So if you're planning on printing him back in IDW, where and what timeline? Because they say they research everything. They have to research that book. If that book is considered canon, it was written by William Shatner.
Not a lot of the books are considered canon, but most of IDW's publishing is considered canon.
Yes.
Right? Because that was like the agreement they made with
Paramount.
Paramount.
Yep.
Now, also another character that has to be alive, McCoy.
No.
No.
No, not McCoy. What's his name? Scotty.
Well,
actually, you might have basis for that, but remember,
You do?
Starfleet Academy takes place 1,000 years into the future of Discovery. So original series. So it's like 1,000 years later. So depending on if he would have to have gone back into stasis to have survived all that.
Right.
Definitely. Yeah.
go back into the transport and sit there for another
So-
80-something years or whatever.
More than that.
But I love how they took Relic and they added it into Strange New Worlds with Mbenga putting his daughter in the transporter. And then they using the same thing when they were talking about the war with the Klingons, when I guess when they brought that other Klingon who didn't know about Mbenga just yet. But when they go back and forth in history and in the war, they sometimes took injured and put them in the buffer because their injuries are so severe. These ones were not so severe. Let's clear them out and then pull him back out and deal with him fully at that moment. So I love how they take that, piggyback it, and then go that it was something that was regularly done because that's that's what they used it for. I mean, it's not just from going point A to point B, but they found that there are other elements, both in medical, that they can use to transport it for.
Now, I asked you a question off camera about a week ago, and the question was, out of all the new Star Trek series that has come out for Paramount,
okay,
which has been your favorite? Like, for example, mine, Discovery.
So just Discovery, Strange New Worlds, and Academy. That's what
And Academy, and wasn't there another one?
Lower
in
Decks.
order or just one?
Are we including the cartoons or just like the live
You
action?
could include the cartoon.
So Lower Decks, you've got, what was the other one that came out?
Well, when it started, Discovery, Lower Decks, Prodigy.
Prodigy, that was one I can remember.
Prodigy, that one I liked very much. I was
Prodigy
sad when they
was
left
good.
because it started off more geared towards children, and then he eventually
It went to adult.
evolved into a more adult theme. And then it was funny that you see one of the characters in Starfleet Academy from Prodigy. So I'm like, yes. Then I was like, yes. So it's not like it's going to be forever forgotten. No, it's going to be remembered. So I'm gonna put it out there because I know when we had when I with my team with my New York City away team, when we got together to Comic-Con, the last Comic-Con I think in 23, we were given a get together, an opportunity to of course drink and have a meal with the actors, the people behind. Let's see, Lower Decks was there. Ethan Peck for Strange New Worlds, the producer of course the of Lower Decks was there. So we had like a good chat with them. And, we did ask the hard question, which was, what happened? But I'm gonna just suffice to say that sometimes in streaming, it's about money, because these things are not cheap to make. They're not cheap to make, and they do rely on the fact of all the people who sign on, and then that's their revenue. And if they get like a secondary revenue from somewhere else that wants to invest, that's fine. Because back in the days of regular television, 2, 4, 6, 9, and 11, everything that they produced and paid for was done through advertising dollars. So that's why you had that's why when you look at a show now, it's only 45 minutes. Well, why? It used to be an hour. You had commercial interruptions, and those commercials are what's paid for those shows. You know, it's like, and that being the case, then
It's like the Super Bowl now.
That was a beautiful rant, but you still didn't answer his question.
Yeah.
okay. So my favorites are
Sorry.
any particular.
And I'm
order?
looking at him, and I'm like,
So if I have to say, I'm gonna
Wait,
say,
wait, wait.
Any particular
we'll
order?
Get back to this
yeah, we'll come back after the
break.
commercial.
I'll have my list.
We'll be right back after these.
Thank you.
Do you see me standing tall? I have it all, but lost it all. A wife, a child, a world to see. But all I want is you proud of me.
Welcome back to Another Ricans, where we found our train of thought.
So the question was, what is your favorite New Age Star Trek show? So we're gonna go.
Finish it.
There's nothing behind the eyes right now. It's just emptiness. They got two brain cells and they're going like this.
Any order or my order?
This is what happens when I come back.
Original series, definitely.
Bring it. All of them.
all of
No, he said new.
New. So,
Yes.
So for new Trek,
I'm keeping him on the track.
definitely Discovery. Strange New Worlds are definitely a hot second.
Okay, but you want to pick one.
I only can pick one of the
There
two.
can only be one.
I thought you said all.
No.
No, he
out
said
of all
out of all of them.
Out of
Yes.
all of them.
What is your favorite? All right, how about this?
Strange New Worlds.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it brings back the nostalgia of the original series with this crew. And they've touched on areas that, you know, as far as not being so episodic, like one season on one mission, it was always a change. And you would always know just by last time on Star, okay, this is a Spock story. Oh, this is a La'an story. Oh, this is about Erica. So they kind of spread that out, and the stories have been one after another been interesting. Some were kind of lackluster, but some of them, like my personal favorite, I think, will be the musical.
I was gonna say that.
Really
The
Yes.
musical episode. To hear Spock sing, I was like, wow.
First of all, my soul would love to say Stranger Worlds too, because I love Stranger Worlds, but it is live action fan fiction. Because there's a lot of difference and dichotomy, like the storyline when you look at original series to Stranger Worlds, there's a lot of things that don't line up or contradict each other to the point where it's like I get really angry sometimes and I'm like, oh my god. And realistically, I'm only watching it for Ethan Peck's body. If I had to pick one, I'm gonna go Lower Decks.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Lower Decks. As far as like, and I love Discovery.
And I love that episode
whatever.
when they bring the Lower Decks into the real life.
That was such a great
These old
episode.
scientists.
These old scientists. The TOS era. These old scientists.
Especially when he gets up and he's like, he's looking at them and he goes, "Kim program, this is real."
No, there was a lot of good
And he
episodes.
pulled the Rican maneuver.
Yeah,
When
but
he saw
no,
that horse
but yeah, Lower Decks. I think if I had to do for like the New Age, like I would probably also say Starfleet Academy, only because of its representation and how they're not afraid to complete the vision that Gene Roddenberry started.
Mm-hmm.
Like if Gene was watching that show right now, all the people, I'm saying this to the camera, anybody who talks crap about Starfleet Academy that it's not Trek enough or that it's too woke, yeah, we're not paying attention. Star Trek was meant to be woke. Gene Roddenberry created it to be woke. He created it for IDIC, the concept of IDIC, the infinite diversity, infinite combinations, the idea that once we stop being ignorant enough to stop pointing fingers at differences and embrace those differences, then we are able to go and move forward as a people.
I agree.
So yeah, so a lot of people hating on this show, it's ridiculous. But I really do like Lower Decks.
I agree. Gene Roddenberry broke a lot of records, a lot of things in terms of he had Uhura kissing Shatner.
Yeah, I definitely believe had he had the ability to, if he probably would have put the first queer character on screen. I even go so far to say that he did put queer characters on screen. He just wasn't explicit about it. Because at the time it was like you couldn't do certain things. Because I think this is also like right at the tail end of like the Hays Code being removed.
With my
so
luck,
they were like able to play around, but they couldn't do a lot.
with my luck, it would be a queer handicap guy.
That'd be dope.
No, it won't.
Let's do it. No,
Have you seen the queer?
representation.
Have you seen the queer Burger King commercial? Let's have it my way. That was years ago. That was no. I
That's
wasn't feeling
fine.
that.
Look, all rep is rep. That's what I say. And I think Gene would like. He would be so happy to see what they're doing on
You're
screen.
still trying to get us canceled, aren't you?
But what about you? What is your favorite?
I like
movie?
Discovery, and I'm gonna tell you why.
I love that we all had each a different answer too.
Discovery was a lot like Deep Space Nine,
Mm.
and in terms of what I mean by Deep Space Nine, it dealt with one war throughout
That first season.
the
yes.
whole series.
The whole series, yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas Discovery kind of did the same thing. It was one. Everybody knew what it was leading up to, where it was going to lead up to with the ship.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I like about Star Trek. When it follows like that, it's great.
Mm-hmm.
It's great because it keeps you focused. Yeah, it has its little side stories, but at the side stories has the mentioning of what the series is going to be.
Yeah.
And that's what I like. Where Academy, we know that they're looking for that kid's parent, mother. So it's in the background. It's always mentioned, but it's not in the front all the time.
No.
So that's what I like.
True, because then I discussed this with her too, that why aren't they looking at it for what it is? They made it very clear, like especially from the very beginning, from the original series all the way through. Each one had their moment, and they say, "Oh yeah, this happened to me in the academy." Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Like the very episode I can point out that was
Shore leave.
no,
Right, no.
not shore leave.
How's it going?
The one with Wesley, in which they were about to graduate, and his team performed
Yes.
a starburst maneuver, which caused the life of the cadet, and he was ready to stand by his cadets and commit to a lie. Picard told him straight up. I said, "Listen, the first rule, the first duty of a Starfleet officer is to the truth, whether it's personal truth, scientific truth, or historical truth. And if you can't find your way to see through to tell the truth, then you don't deserve to wear that uniform."
Nope.
And he reminded him
You
that
can't handle
before
the truth.
you came to my bridge, you started touching my panels as if you knew everything. Look what this pretentious boy touching my stuff on my bridge. But he knew the boy had potential. And he spent, the better part of 3 years being with a command crew. So he had the advanced knowledge and situation of being with a crew that knew what they were doing. It's not like Star Trek, Wrath of Khan. That was their first training mission. And the whole ship, with the exception of Bones McCoy and Scotty and the original command crew, they were all children. These were all cadets.
I mean, children's a very vague term. These are all young adults.
They were young adults.
Yeah.
They were cadets, still wet behind the ears, and this was just nothing more than a training cruise. But all of a sudden, what happened? Situation came up. They were the only ship in the quadrant. Now, as Kirk told them, they got to grow up. This is it. This is what you've been trained for. And they go there, and who they wind up meeting up with? Khan. And he dealt the first blow. And you can see from that one scene that he's crippling the ship, those who followed their training and those who just lost it. But it wasn't until the second round, the rematch, as I like to call it, they stood up. They stood up and they started doing their training, and they became Starfleet officers at that point. If anything, you could say they graduated at that moment as Starfleet officers.
You could probably say that about the movie too, the 2009 movie, because that's kind of what they did too. They were training. They were still training. They were still they were cadets, right? So they were at that preliminary hearing for Kirk when the call for Vulcan happened. So they had no real world scenario working in Starfleet. They had not been in that type of arena,
That's
and then were
something
just thrown into it.
Also, I like this in the new Starfleet Academy. The Klingons have no home planet.
The burn.
And pretend they're fighting Starfleet to get the honor to get. That was a risk though, because the Klingons had no idea that was going to happen. But since they had a treaty,
I think
they
kind of do.
They did. Yeah.
I think they did.
Remember
because
when he went to talk to
right, but at the end he says we didn't know when they started firing wide spreads. The Klingons also did the same thing. Like they were.
Well, they knew. They kind of knew because they already she and the
because
head of the
she
council, she made it kind of clear, and he got the message. That's why I found it hilarious at the end. He goes over, he says, "Good fight."
Yeah.
I'm like, good fight. Are you kidding me? And I said, and the hits they're taking, their shields are like, remember, let's make it look good.
Yeah.
Don't miss.
And I like the history of the Klingon kid.
Mhm.
How
Jaden?
Oh
Jaden.
man.
First of all, the fact that he comes from a polyamorous family was like another. Like this show just keeps adding layers to it. Like stuff that was in the original series, stuff that was in Voyager, Deep Space Nine, Next Generation, that wasn't explicitly stated, but now it's like out there. Like they're not afraid to label like that's a polyamorous couple, that's this, that's that, because now it's like, well, you got to be politically. You don't want to step on toes. Meanwhile, like we don't care.
And then
Like if this is your
another episode I liked was the one with the she had a report. Oh, the DAC.
Hologram. Right?
It reminded me of this was before your time. Mark and Minnie, whenever they report to the org,
Yep.
it reminded
More
characters.
call it or
me of help create
exactly. Holograms revolted because of the fact that they don't want to be used in that way. You know, they get sentient because of the doctor.
One day you're gonna create an AI video. It's gonna be like, no, I don't want to do aggressive.
my
A lot of other
favorite.
shows.
My favorite is the Illuminati.
Of course.
Mine is
That's
the
okay.
empath.
Power of a god. That's that old saying. Absolute power corrupts. Absolutely.
Yeah.
The fact that he had them, or at least thinking it
Done it.
in a heartbeat. He'd have done it that power. That's just how do you? And you have to think. I'm kind of gonna lose my everything.
It wasn't like it was also someone that he had gone up in the ranks, spot on. So it was like,
Imagine the card ship, right? The sleep.
what do you mean?
You sleep going on.
And that's on any type of
You're there you're sleeping. You know, the sun
work in the port, red alert goes on. I'm like, I'm going out.
It was like
You think I'm like
just be there.
throw him like
It'd
that?
be not this the real
Yeah.
stuff. Sorry and Brandy right there, bro.
Sorry, and Brandy.
There you go.
Isn't the Romulan ale supposed to be stronger? That's like illegal.
That's illegal.
I love that. That's like the running joke. It's illegal, and yet everybody has it.
But that's the thing. They should have made like Romulan weed.
Ooh, I believe that there's again that goes into the whole fan canon and like head canon things. But I believe that there was canon.
Why isn't there?
There is. It just wasn't on screen at the time. I bet you.
We're not at that point yet to show that kind of stuff on the screen.
The first Star Trek episode that
think
represents
of it.
someone smoking a.
Go into a third world bar. Everybody's having it from weed, barbiturates, blow, whatever you name it.
It's
and you can
implied.
think of a alien with 3 noses cutting lines and just going just like that. You know, hello. Just like the alien
Everything
band.
in the future is
An
very
alien
much.
cokehead. You know, what can I say? Don't do it.
But yeah, it's been implied in certain episodes, like the shore leaves parts and stuff like that, that they go to a lot of like pleasure planets. I'm assuming that on the pleasure planets.
I wonder what happened to
Risa.
Risa.
Right? Well, Riza's still
Oh,
around. It'd be good to know.
Is it?
Well,
Is
no.
it?
If
burn,
it is,
the burn messed everything up.
yeah, but it means that just because they're not getting much people coming over doesn't mean that they're not, no pun intended, still coming, having people come. You know what? I'm gonna go to commercial with this, and we'll just blow back. I mean, we'll be right back.
LDM Radio.
Welcome back to the same episode.
So you were saying?
Yes,
We're not
Darth.
alternate reality.
Yes.
I was saying off camera that the Darth Maul series,
That's the animated.
the
feature.
animated, yes, it looks
Yeah,
awesome.
his days in the underground
Yeah.
as what do they call? I said Mars Cartel. Or like,
I wasn't thinking that, but okay.
I'm thinking that because he's what? He's running an what do you call it? A mafia, if you will.
Yeah, because he was
Star
in the
Wars
last.
mafia.
He was in the last scene of Solo
Mm-hmm.
as in charge of something.
In charge of something, all right.
Whether Sidious knew about it or not, I don't know.
No, well, I'll have to say this much. He hid from him, and that's not an easy thing to do.
No,
Not an easy thing to do.
Vader tried. Couldn't do it.
couldn't do it either. But like I said,
I'm
why
laughing
am
at
I
something
walking
else,
into
I'm so
something?
sorry.
I'm like, I'm so going to walk into something. I can feel it.
It was a reflection in your glasses. I look over, I see the reflection in his. I look over, I see the reflection, and it's reflecting into mine. I'm like blinded. So I'm having my own little overstimulation over here.
She's Darth Circle Blind over here.
I know.
Darth.
Oh dear Lord, I'm cross-eyed.
I just for the record, I don't think I would be a Darth. I would probably be a Red, just cause, yeah. I would like to mess with the Force, the dark side especially, but I want to be a part of them.
Okay.
But we had this discussion too about dark and
Like
light
that
side.
for a moment, right?
Yeah.
Right?
She went on a rant. Like,
She
I was
went
like,
on-
what?
Yeah.
Why do you think I jumped there? We had this discussion about what would you rather be, the light side or the dark side? And I said neither, because the Force is the Force. Who wields that power doesn't make a difference, because they always say, "Oh, Force chokes, that's the dark side." No, Grogu did it. He did it in The Mandalorian on Cara
They're just
Dune.
considered illegal moves.
You know, it's just pretty much whoever wields the Force, the purpose behind what he's wielding it for. Is it for the light, to protect and
Well, like
defend?
she said, it depends on, like, for example, there's certain ways a light Force character wields his sword, whereas a dark side character wields his.
And I was on
And
some
not only
weird
wield
rant
his
you said.
sword-
I was actually onto something with that.
Not
So,
only wield their sword.
wear their swords.
I know, but they also now be able to channel their anger to the point where they're changing the crystal to red.
Yeah.
And now that's also.
What if you channeled your horniness into a kyber crystal? Like anything other than anger or
Well,
happiness.
I think that's
It
where
would
Mace.
work.
I think that's where Mace Windu's came in, because this is purple.
That did not come up.
It makes it worse.
You know what? I've never done that ever. He's never said anything that's like genuinely made me go, Dad! I almost said that out loud. I just looked at him like, what is... We're not repeating it.
I heard it.
It was in my head, and then all of a sudden, and again, it doesn't even sound right when I say that.
Well, in case you didn't hear it, may the squirt be with you. Um,
You get so canceled.
yeah, no.
So it was great working with you guys. I will say this has been fun.
I really
I
shouldn't
really
drink
look
any of
forward to
this.
But no, I think that's where Mace Windu's purpleness came from.
The purple is the horniness.
Yeah. Probably, yeah. It's Lord Purpleness.
That makes sense.
Could you imagine Prince as a Darth? With his
He would be a red.
just a symbol?
I would fight you on that. I think he would be a red. And that's why going on the whole like
Not only be a red, but it's like even if it's something, stop.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, because he's like the ultimate cool guy.
he is.
Mhm.
Mm.
Or Snoop Dogg.
Nah.
Before Snoop, like his fighting technique would be the crip walk.
No.
No, but
No.
I remember, what was it?
His lightsaber's made out of
Yeah.
It would be a bong. It would be the bong at
He
the
doesn't
bottom,
no,
bro.
no. It's a giant like Bluntville. That's what it is.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
And then he'll fight you doing the crip walk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I think I'm at Dark Vader.
and then when he
No, I
gets
was
you in the
gonna
locker,
say, I would have said he was a
Yo,
red.
I'm your dog, D-O-double.
G.
D-O-double-G, you done, bro. I'm telling you.
That would be
Getting ready to
awesome.
fight and just.
Oh my god.
That would be
That
awesome.
would be funny. Yeah.
That would be awesome.
That could be a fun thing to do. Who
It's
who
like,
gets
oh,
to
it's
be on
like in
light
that.
side or dark
Oh,
side?
it should remind me of the old kung fu flick where they taught. Was it King with the Golden Arm? And it said, yeah, it's this agent called Hightower. Man, he fights better when he's drunk. Well, that's Snoop Dogg. He fights better when he's high.
You know what? I think she's right. Next episode, let's take real life people and make them into
Yeah,
light
like,
side,
like
dark
so
side.
we did. What was it the other day? We were watching Attack on Titan, and I was jokingly saying there's certain characters in that world excelled in Starfleet.
Oh, yeah.
Excelled in Starfleet.
Yeah,
But,
we
so
should do
could
that.
Like
Charles, write that down for us next week.
we're gonna do an episode of light side of the dark side of the Force, or potential.
Yes.
Who would also be prevalent? Who would be flourishing in
Who
Starfleet?
got suggestions out there? Who would fit into Starfleet or Star? We name it. Go into
Hell,
our Facebook
I would
page.
love both of
Let
you
us
to
know
work
it in there.
Titan.
We could put which, you know,
That's what I said.
wrong choice.
Very
We
like,
could, we
yo,
could, we could cross,
Cross streams.
yeah.
pollinate. What?
Whereas would Ethan Peck make a good
Anything.
I'm not cross-pollinating him. I don't know. I'm
That
leaving him
man is
alone.
gorgeous. I
Like
was
with
the
the
biggest fan
Vulcan-
of his grandfather too.
Like
so
with the
it's
Vulcan
generational.
ears, you know what I'm saying?
I still remember that I
Wait,
said.
Spock versus Ethan Peck is two different things,
No,
all right?
Spock.
I remember
If
telling.
Spock, what? Would he be a
Was
light
a
side or the
light-
dark side?
yeah.
He'd be dark side. 100%. 100%. And Kirk would also be dark side. You know who would be light side? McCoy. And I have notes I will bring to the table.
Damn it! I'm a doctor, not I.
Yeah, this is something for next week. I think we should do this next week. I think.
Yes, I'll be, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll cross
Yeah.
the streams. And
But mentioning
Something's
Ethan
wrong
Peck, I
too,
still
though.
can't.
that's an actual quote from Ghostbusters.
Ooh, ooh, don't cross the stream.
Yeah,
Don't do that.
It's like, yeah, it's like
Sword fight? No. What? Just-
Peter, you
Oh.
almost crossed the street.
Oh my
man.
Today's our final episode.
Oh.
It's the series finale.
Kids don't try this at home.
Louis comes back and he messes everything up. He's
know. We're
unstable.
doing so well.
Peter, you trapped him again. Let him out the closet.
I feel like McCoy. I just want to say, Q!
That'd be awesome if Q makes his appearance on
Oh my god.
on
Academy?
Starfleet Academy.
Be careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
Get it.
But
I
what
mean,
did
they
he-
already showed him on Strange New World because
Yeah,
they
that
already
was
showed the
dope.
origins of Q, which was
Yeah.
No, they told the origins of Trelane.
Trelane.
Of
Yes.
Trelane being
I was
a
going to say
child
Trelane. Yeah.
You should have We're saying Darth Vader, Snoop Dogg. That's so funny. Yeah, no, we could definitely go hard on that. On
Definitely.
characters from both sides. Like, okay, who in Star Trek?
Darth
Where would they
Dog.
fall? And then in Star
Yo,
Wars, who
Eminem would be awesome, talking real fast, the way he does.
Eminem would be on the dark side.
Yeah.
I think he would be an excellent. Like,
Yeah.
Just spitting out that.
He's spitting out the
He
lyrics
wouldn't
and the head
even
starts
need
to
a
explode.
lightsaber. His mouth is the
yeah,
lightsaber.
Yep.
yo.
You
Yeah.
didn't know what I meant.
Yo.
Hey, that's on your mind. I wasn't even thinking that. I was actually innocent for this time. so.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
He's just silent.
Yes, Mo?
Anyhow,
So done.
what else is there newsworthy that we could talk about that's not?
Ahsoka.
Season 2.
Yes, it looks awesome.
It does, and if it's following what I think it's gonna follow, it's gonna have all. It's gonna be massive, but
I'm sorry.
in the scope of the
It'll
story.
be massive.
I'm no better than
Because you got Balin. Well, I don't know if that same actor, if they had another actor, or he's already done enough into season 2
Mhm.
to complete it.
Mm.
But
He probably
it
did.
said, but then you
The
also
casket.
have the Admiral coming back.
Mhm.
They did
And-
AI in the movies, and they
Mhm.
what they've used. Which what was it? That the General Tarkin, right? That's the character that they did the AI
Admiral
for.
Tarkin.
The actor that they utilized, you know who that was, right? That was Wayne Pigman, I think his name. That was the guy who played Scorpius in First Gate.
Oh,
So yeah,
Mhm.
so they could do that. They could just utilize that, bring an actor in
like
to play the
with
role.
Leia,
and
they
put
got her
and
daughter.
Luke and
Leia.
And
yeah.
then there's talks of that too that I saw that Luke might be in this one with Ahsoka.
There's possibilities. to
That's a
bring him back.
possibility there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's going to be like the scope of the story is going to be very large. It's going to be very action intense.
Massive. That's what you said. Your words.
I don't know why I was giggling. you
I'm
guys.
so
I
regretting
was-
those words right now.
That huge.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to say it again because that's what you're trying to be
Massive, right?
saying.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll leave it to you two to stick with that word.
Oh man.
Still,
Doesn't need a lightsaber.
Yeah.
doesn't need a lifesaver,
Just use the tongue.
I'd say,
I
bro.
mean the force. I'm sorry.
so he sucks on a lifesaver, fights with a lightsaber.
I'm writing this all down.
You writing that all down, Johnson?
He's making notes. He's gonna write a fanfic later. At home. Ooh, and then he did
We lost it. It's out the window. I don't care.
So it usually happens.
Yeah, it
What?
easily happens.
And it's funny how we write things down and then we just
What do
text
you
you.
mean?
Well, Mo does. Mo writes everything
Yeah,
down.
right.
Yeah,
And then he
I
forgets.
wrote
and then
down,
it
but I
goes
didn't
on
write down
tangents.
massive in here.
And then at the window and we just.
Oh, way out the window. It's up. Eso se fue.
Anyway,
he goes to make an omelet. He's got the eggs, he's got the butter, whatever. You know what? I'm not gonna use any of this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna use flour. I'm gonna use this, and when it doesn't turn out, you'd be like, I tried to make it.
I wonder. You ever wonder?
I'll try to make it fluffy.
You ever wonder if in his mind when he's writing all that down, he writes it down. He's like, Louis and Sam are gonna be there. They're gonna f this up.
His order's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
I started writing in random now. I'm like here. It's like because that's how it turns out. It's
come
random.
to the point where sometimes
It's random chaos,
not
bro.
even that. It's got to the point where he asks me like, "Oh, I want to talk about this topic," and I say no, straight out, no,
Nope.
I don't know.
It doesn't happen. We just sneak it in somewhere. That's it. No.
Yeah, it's massive
We have no
load of-
order.
Massive
Because
load.
agents
I
of
wasn't
chaos.
laughing at that word. I was laughing at something else, and it just happened during that word. I was.
What word? Massive.
It
Alrighty.
was great working with you guys.
It was.
It was an amazing run.
Outside of Star Trek
Yes.
and Star Wars in itself, on
What?
one of the ends, something that I came across.
Wait, before you get into yours,
Hmm.
your boy, Cavill.
Yeah.
Oh, that boy.
Yeah, he signed on to do the second season of
The
the Game
fifth
of
season.
the Game of Thrones.
Which one?
Game of Thrones.
The new series is out. The tall guy. What?
Oh, the one that's supposed to be about Daeron, the brother.
No, he's
It's connected to House of Dragon.
Yeah.
It's about their brother Daeron.
yeah. He signed on for the second season. It's out now. The first season is out now.
Yeah.
That boy would play a really good Targaryen, I think.
Cavill is
I
signed
mean,
on to do
He's
the
done
second
his.
season.
He's done the two doors, so you already have somewhat of the background as far as the lines are concerned. So, and come on, I mean, is he gonna fight? Yeah, but he's already still bulked up from when he was doing Highlander.
And he knows that because he pays attention.
I do. To his workout routine.
And I'm dying. I don't know if the rumors are true. Please make it happen.
What?
Another Game of Thrones series.
No, it's not a series. They're doing a play, a prequel.
Yeah,
Ah,
prequel.
Even
plays.
they announced it's a play. It's
Damn
going to
it.
be
It's
a
just like
prequel,
Stranger Things. They have the play, which
which doesn't make any sense, but whatever.
was supposed to talk about you know who.
No.
Yeah, the
no,
beginning,
no.
his beginnings, and I think, wait,
Voldemort?
no, not Voldemort. That's not
You
even the
said
right.
you said you know who. That's how Voldemort's referred to in the books. That's why I was like, what?
He who should not
He
be
who
mentioned.
should not be named.
I didn't go use that term.
It's true. Not yet.
But yeah, that's the two things they call him. He who shall not be named. You know who.
Yeah,
Like, what do you mean? Who? The doctor? No.
yeah.
No, but in that respect, they're doing their play to talk about the origins of
Vecna?
Of Vecna.
I only know it because of D&D.
But they did it already in like season 2 or 3 where it talked about his beginning origins. They didn't go into details, and then the last one was supposed to go into the reason why he is. So I'm like, so what is the play going
Is
to
it
fill in?
canon though? Like, or is this like a fan production? Because I think that's what it is.
No,
lot of
it's
these
not a
things are
fan production. It's on Broadway. It's already hailed. I think it already had 2 awards. I don't
Just
know
because
if
it's
it's
on
Tony's.
Broadway does not mean it's a connected piece. It could still be a fan project that made it to Broadway.
Could be, but I'm not going to say it is because if it was a fan project, the one I would want is the fan project where it's about Khan, where the story goes that Data starts doing a play about Khan, Noonien Singh, and then it turns into a musical. Khan the Musical, that's what it's called.
Yeah. I've seen it's online. So yeah,
That's another thing. Wouldn't Data be alive during
Yes,
after the burn?
yes.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen Picard, so I can't say. Like, we all forgot about Picard, by the way.
Well,
When we were talking about New
Oh,
Trek,
yeah.
we all forgot about Picard. I just remember that. I have not seen all of Picard. I've seen mostly season 1, and that's it. So I didn't know if they brought back Data. I was like, did he die again in the show? Like,
I do know this much from Discovery and Picard, they have synth bodies. Now, Picard wanted to make sure that he dies a normal age in his synth body. He could go on for a long time.
Yes.
And Gray also came back and then entered into. So I don't know if she's, going to be immortal or if she's going to be.
Wait. Who the hell is Gray?
Gray, that's Dira's boyfriend. Adira, the trail, the human trail. like Discovery.
Ah, okay.
I mean, I remember that.
You had me
character,
worried
yeah.
for a second. So yeah, her. She remember that that Stamets and the
them,
doctor
please.
Stamets, they adopted her as their daughter. Them.
I forgot about
They
that.
adopted.
Yeah.
They adopted, and so that's their child. So that's why I'm saying that when it came to Gray, Gray was given the opportunity because for some reason in the joining, all the other personalities stayed within her and such. But Gray, because I guess his death was sudden and he wasn't ready for it. He didn't want it to happen. Again, this is all speculation, but from the looks of it, he didn't want it to happen. He wanted to live. So that's why he lived outside of her, you know, actually having a conversation with her about what happened. And always just, you know, they're just talking as if there were a couple right there. It's like in the episode when they found that planet with the dilithium, she became real because the computer was still running holograms. So she was interpreted as a being, but they gave her structure and whatever. And after that 5th season, they talked about creating a synth body because in Picard, they were able to do it. Now, as far as Data is concerned, he already said in his normal android body beforehand that he could live over thousands of years. Could he? Is it still the same now with this new synthetic body? I'll say probably. You never know. And if it is it a possibility of him showing up? Yeah, the Doctor or hologram can survive. So can the synth.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's the perfect story. And if that was, and
Unless he
think
was
of it,
destroyed in the
or
burn.
think of it if it was a special guest speaker.
He could have also been caught in the burn.
Yeah.
Or yeah, you could have been caught in a burn on a starship, and then boom, all over again what happened in Nemesis. But if it didn't, think of it, special guest speaker. You know, not lieutenant commander, probably admiral at this point, or commodore.
If he got caught in the burn, I would put his AI
Mm-hmm.
into a ship.
If you could find the pieces. Remember, when the burn happened, they
Everything
were
was
devastated. Travel was limited, so you couldn't go and rescue those starships.
Yeah.
You really couldn't. You know, you were out of your depth at this point. What you're going to do, you had to protect your resources. That's why eventually Starfleet left
They became
Earth
Voyagers.
because they thought that they were the target.
They became Voyagers because they were left in their own little spots.
You get the eyebrow on that one, bro. But it's, again, the Doctor survived, and that's always sometimes the question, like legacy. Like if they ever did a legacy show with 7 of 9, if it ever became that, you would have to end it with Enterprise G.
That's another thing.
Because then
she
it would have
survive?
suffered the burn. If 7 of 9,
She's got nanobots.
I want to know if Pelia is alive still.
well, she's a Lanthanite too. Anything,
Anybody who's Atlantanite, I would like to know Pelia is alive right now.
anything is possible, especially when it comes to storytelling and characters who have a lineage very long. You know, that Lanthanite who's running Starfleet Academy, how many years?
And they're half Lanthanite. They're not full Lanthanite.
Mm-hmm.
Malate is not. Yeah, they're not full.
What's the difference timeline-wise between Discovery and the Academy?
1,000 years. Almost
Really?
1,000. Like it's like 900 something years. Remember they jumped 900 something years into the future, and that was after the burn. So after that jump, it's like maybe within like I would say 10-year frame, maybe at.
So Discovery, even after they jump to the future, how many years?
It was
Well,
900
Discovery jumped 900 years into the future. The burn, and I could be wrong. Correct me, put it on the thing. They said it was 100 years since
prior.
the burn
Yeah.
happened. So when they landed, it was 100 years already into what I like to say the
burn.
era of the
Yeah.
burn. That's why she was finding, trying to look for. It's not like it was still fresh when it happened to investigate and get the information. No, this is 100 years later. So you were trying to get whatever you can get, and Burnham did it.
Mm-hmm.
But Starfleet didn't because they thought they were the threat. Hence why they did what they did. They left Earth. So that way they're the target else, and if they come to Earth, it's, oh no, Starfleet's not here, they left.
And then what did they do? they made the USS Athena and they still park it on Earth.
It's like us.
They still park it in San
It's just like
Francisco.
us. We're
Oh,
gonna be in the future.
fun fact also, by the way, I saw this last night and I didn't get to show you, but you might find this cool. In the opening scene when they show the USS Athena landing on Earth and, you know, parking and stuff like that, in the corner when you look very specifically, and I'm pretty sure we could pull it up, I'll try to send it and we can have it here. You see an X-Wing and you hear it flying past. I remember I went to go watch it in the group, and I remember thinking like, oh, I think I probably just heard that because they have references from Star Wars in it.
Yeah.
In 2009 Star Trek, R2-D2 is seen in the floating debris when they get out in Vulcan, and then he's ejected.
Kelvin timeline.
Yeah, and then into darkness, he's ejected when they get hit.
They Falcon at one time.
And they saw the movie at First Contact. So that was cool. And then someone took a photo, and like it's not confirmed 100%, but like you could tell from the outline and the sound, like it definitely sounded like an X-wing and looks like an X-wing. So.
So wait, the Athena.
Yes.
What ship is that? That's not the one that Discovery had.
No, the USS Athena is the actual school. Remember, that's the ship.
Yeah.
It's a Federation starship. There's one section.
We don't
the
know
bridge
what
and
class
everything
it
is
is
controlled.
because I don't
Yeah,
think
they haven't got a class.
But it's a ship and it's a school. It's where they all live.
There
so
should be a class
missions,
for it.
I'm assuming.
I'll look it up.
I'm assuming that the reason why they did that is because of the whole situation with not being like stuck to Earth to be able to leave it to create that. But they still have bases in San Francisco. But then they had the episode where they agreed to create, what was it, on Beta Z? To build the new or whatever.
To build
another
kind of United Nations that they have there on Beta Z. So not only now they can invite Beta Z can come back to the Federation, they will have a station on their planet. They will have Federation starships patrolling that area to protect it.
Not for nothing.
That's what they wanted.
That Beta Z chick, boy, she's hot.
She's gorgeous.
Shut up.
I just don't.
We're going into the future too.
Oh, yeah.
So next week.
Yes, we'll be.
We can go hard on that one later.
Yes, we are A Rican signing out. I'm Lou.
I'm Satan.
I'm Mo.
Welcome to the zone where geeks collide, where comics and heroes come alive. Marvel, DC, Starfleet in the mix. Lightsabers flash, we're nerding out quick.